Hey guys, what's going on? I just wanted to put this video together. Two things I wanted to mention before I get into the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of the video. First things first, if anybody from Treyarch ever sees this video, don't ever stop putting these type of Easter eggs in the games. It's the stuff that I live for and some people live for, and I've actually seen one or two other people starting to dive into these type of Easter eggs, because I know Jason Blundell said in an interview that there's multiple levels of Easter eggs in each game. Some of it being from, activation Easter eggs, cipher Easter eggs, visual texture Easter eggs, and then for me, these are the ones I don't want to say it's the highest level, because he did mention that there's different, like, there is a hierarchy of Easter eggs. I know with the ciphers there's like double encryption or whatever it is, but as far as the hierarchy of Easter eggs, I would think this is probably one of the higher ones, because it takes some luck and some skill of trying to figure out where these things comes from. And my second thought that I wanted to mention is that I'm a little bit of the old school way of thinking that Jimmy Zielinski used to say, that once you find an Easter egg, keep it to yourself. Don't mention it. He's kind of, if I remember correctly, against revealing Easter eggs and giving it a definite yes or no, as far as like bus route B and all that stuff, which some people might say it obviously doesn't exist. But as far as his ways of thinking, stuff that means anything in the game, he would never, I guess while he worked at Treyarch, would never give a definite yes or no. He would always be very cryptic in his answers and on Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm kind of going against my better judgment of actually making this video, because a lot of stuff that I've found in Black Ops 3 mainly, and in Black Ops 4, as far as like outside the game Easter eggs and what inspired Treyarch, I think it's pretty cool. It's you're kind of like torn in between letting people know you want to show off and tell people what you found, and on the other hand, it is a major spoiler. You want, if and that's the thing that's, in my opinion, I keep jumping around, but that's kind of killing the game, is people aren't going around searching for Easter eggs anymore, both in the game and outside the game. As you guys know, and you can still do your research and watch videos and on Reddit and Google everything, you can find a lot of old websites and YouTube videos of people that used to like dive into the game and look for meaning behind everything. And I guess because I jumped into the whole zombies and Black Ops thing kind of late, maybe towards the end of Black Ops 3. Like I guess I have more motivation than people that have been doing it since World at War and Black Ops 1. And they kind of, I guess it fizzles out, I guess might be a good example for it. But I'm still having a great time finding these. That's what I'm saying. I hope Treyarch doesn't stop putting these in. There's a lot of, and what I'm hinting at, and I kind of get into what the video is going to be about, there is, or there was, something that inspired Treyarch, I guess at least in Black Ops 3, because I know they jump around. There's different Samanthas, there's different premise groups and stuff like that, that in different dimensions. So in Black Ops 3, the Samantha that they used towards the end of Black Ops 3 was kind of taken from a series. Like I kind of hinted before, they have used inspiration from movies, books, comic books, and it looks like now TV shows. I can't think of much more in other games, like in Black Ops 4. Obviously, Pitfall, we found out, was a big inspiration for the Chaos storyline. Don't think exactly the Ether storyline, but mainly the Chaos. So this is the stuff that I enjoy, and I don't know if I enjoy it because I'm a little bit older than most people that play zombies. I think it's kind of like you either love solving stuff or you don't. But I guess I just kind of, like, I jumped on the whole zombies bandwagon, so to speak, a little bit late. So I have a lot more. I have like new motivation, I guess might be another good example. So it looks to me that they used an old TV show, which is a huge part of TV history and Americana, something that even me in my 30s knew nothing about. But then, so I didn't expect, or I don't expect anyone or the main YouTube channels that make zombies to figure it out. Mainly, like I said, people kind of lost their motivation and moved on to other games. And I said that to some people. I said, unfortunately, I think people outgrew zombies. I think, I don't want to say it's a time for them to wrap it up, but people moved on to other games. And for me, because I jumped on late in Black Ops 3 with the Sal's laundry ticket Easter egg and stuff like that. And as far as other stuff that they use, I know the Lovecraft was big in Black Ops 3. But I just feel like no one would probably figure this out unless you kind of stumble across it too. And I did kind of stumble across it, and I'll mention that at the end of the video. But for now, I've a couple clips I want to show you guys what they use, Treyarch used for the inspiration for Samantha for Black Ops 3. Don't know if it's going to carry over into Black Ops 4 when we get more into the Ether storyline, but it's something that I'm really excited that I found, and I've been finding stuff like this for the last couple of years because, like I said again, and I know I'm like repeating myself over, is I'm still kind of new to the whole zombies storyline. I guess I started in Black Ops 2, played it, loved it. Then Black Ops 3, I kind of see. I was always more like multiplayer. Then okay, I'll play Black Ops Zombies after that. You know, get my money's worth. And I just played it high rounds and stuff like it is. Never really got into Easter eggs. But when Black Ops 3 came around, I did the same thing. I did multiplayer, Master Prestige, the multiplayer, Diamond Camo. I never went for Dark Matter because it's just a little bit impossible for me, or it takes too much time. It's not that it's impossible, it just takes too much time. So then I kind of get bored easily once you master something. I'm like, all right, let me get into zombies now. So in Black Ops 4, I did wanted to try and do more zombies first and research and solving stuff. I'll admit ciphers, I kind of stay away from that unless it's like something that's really easy, just because it's just time consuming and it could be stressful. And I know there's a lot of math involved behind it, which I'm good at math because I'm doing accounting as it is, but I still at the same time I'd rather do research because it's kind of like when you're doing research you're finding little, and I said this before and even Treyarch said they're leaving breadcrumbs for you to find. So in stuff inside the game they might have left a little bit of breadcrumbs and you do your research, and then even recently people have been finding stuff from like Setsubo Nishima, which I thought was really cool. I'm not going to go into specifics on that. You can probably Google or YouTube search the true story behind that. A lot of it being with Lovecraft and stuff like that. But as far as that, I mean, I kind of said more than I wanted to, but just to sum it up, I will play a couple clips and I'll come back after that and kind of show you what the clips explained. And you'll see obviously what inspired Treyarch to use Samantha, or the type of person that Samantha turned out to be, being the inspiration and the true life, or yeah, I guess real life story in a way. But anyways, I'll see you guys later after the video.
residency's over. No, sir. It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Pop, how you doing?
Good. How was your day up on the building?
Well, we finally topped off the 22nd story. No beat. How's he been to give you any trouble?
He's been sitting there ever since you left this morning. Just like he does every day. World of his own.
Careful with that, son. Remember I told you that? I don't understand this autism thing, Pop. Here's my son. I talk to him. I don't even know if he can hear me. He sits there all day long in his own world, staring at that toy. What's he thinking about? All right, come on, son. Let's go wash our hands, all right?
Hey guys, what's going on? So I just want to give you a brief explanation of what you just saw. Well, the last clip was from a TV show that aired in the 80s and also ended in the 80s. It ran for 6 seasons, and what you saw was the last episode of the last season ever made. And it looks like that's what Treyarch took the inspiration from the whole Snow Globe and Samantha. And just in case you didn't make the connection, because I know there's a lot of people in the zombies that can't make connections, it shows that she has been staring at the snow globe for however long, maybe Black Ops 3. You can even tie in, I would think you could probably tie in Black Ops 2 ending, because everybody just assumed that it was Tank Dempsey that she had in her hands, but it could be the snow globe, or she was staring into the snow globe. Her and Edward staring into the snow globe. But I don't want to get into that. I just want to, like I tell people, I just want to show what. I always tell people, I want to show you what I found. You can make your own theories or whatever. So the last episode was from a TV show called Saint Elsewhere, and it was the first show. That's why I say it's part of Americana or TV history. It was the first show to leave you with a huge plot twist at the end. And the show was about a group of people working in a hospital. And up until that point, everybody thought it was a real hospital. They're working there together. And then the last episode, which is controversial because I see a lot of stuff too, is they make it look like the kid who has, or the son that has autism has been staring at the snow globe and dreaming up all the episodes. And the controversial part is, if you see at the end, and you can always rewind this video, is you see that he puts the snow globe on top of the TV, symbolizing that we stare into the TV every day and waste our lives. So that's another message that I wonder that Treyarch is sending us, is if we're staring too much into video games. I know they make it and they have to make money and they have stockholders they have to attend to. But that episode is very symbolic and very huge and a part of TV show history. And you can do some research just on your own. I'm not going to get too much into it because this isn't about the TV show. It's more about zombies. But you can just kind of search Saint Elsewhere final episode. And then I'll leave you one last clip, which is actually the beginning of the last episode that you just saw. And it'll show you why it's telling you don't waste your life staring at TV. But now in the year 2018, it's more like computers, TV screens, video games, and stuff like that. Electronic cell phones, even now, you can kind of rope into it. And it's an interesting message that Treyarch is sending us. But like I said, this is just their inspiration that they used. I love this stuff. I hope they don't stop doing it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll just leave you with the last clip, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We probably shouldn't waste our lives staring into stuff. I mean, which is bad. I shouldn't say that, but because I know they use autism, and people with autism don't really have a choice. It's just the way that their brain works. But there's mixed messages obviously being sent, both from the people that made the television show. I guess there's multiple levels also, like in the show. It's the son has autism, but there's symbolism. And you'll see when I play this clip, there's symbolism about the television, why he puts it on top of the TV, and stuff like that. Don't want to dive in too much into that because it can get very controversial with people with autism and stuff like that. There's big people who support autism and spend their lives in, for autism awareness. So I don't want to get into too much of that stuff. I'll just show you the last clip, and I'll see you guys later.
General Sarnoff, it's quite a network, and optic nerves need the rest. So do your eyes a favor and cut down on the time you spend in front of the television. What do you got?
Me? Spring fever.
You're patient.
What do you care? You just finished your last ER shift. It's over. You're through at St. Alicia's forever.
Yeah, the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Goodbye, Boston. Hello, Managua. Next week, you'll be hooked up with a medical peace organization and start ducking rain.
Well, maybe I should hang around here and give the new arriving first years some pointers.
Coffee.
No. It's just I've helped hundreds of people in this room. I've reattached limbs, patched up bullet wounds, brought lives back from the brink. And my last patient at St. Alegia shouldn't be someone who spent their entire existence in front of the tube.
I hear you.